Hello and welcome back. We've been reading through the Fellowship of the Ring together, and last time we talked a little bit about Aragorn or Strider, and this time I'm just going to do short and sweet, but I wanted to just go over a couple of things that have come up in my reading since. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so this is when Frodo just wakes up in Rivendell. We're finally in beautiful Rivendell, and this is after he gets stabbed by one of the Black Riders. And so, obviously it affected him. He almost died. And then Gandalf kind of goes into here what could have happened to him. So it says, Frodo shuddered, remembering the cruel knife with notched blade that had vanished in Strider's hands. Don't be alarmed, said Gandalf. It is gone now, it has been melted, and it seems that hobbits fade very reluctantly. I have known strong warriors of the big people who would quickly have been overcome by that splinter, which you bore for 17 days. What would they have done to me? Asked Frodo. What were the riders trying to do? They tried to pierce your heart with the Morgul knife, which remains in the wound. If they had succeeded, you would have become like they are, only weaker and under their command. You would have become a wraith under the dominion of the Dark Lord, and he would have tormented you for trying to keep his ring if any greater torment were possible than being robbed of it and seeing it on his hand. Thank goodness I did not realize the horrible dangers, said Frodo faintly. I was mortally afraid, of course, but if I had known more, I should not have even dared to move. It is a marvel that I escaped. Yes, fortune or fate have helped you, said Gandalf, not to mention courage. For your heart was not touched, and only your shoulder was pierced. And that was because you resisted to the last. So I thought this was a cool moment where Gandalf explains how, people of much greater stature or status would have transformed into a wraith almost immediately with the impact that Frodo had to his shoulder with that splinter that was left in there. But Frodo lasted 17 days and, started to go in that direction. But because he resisted for so long, it didn't affect his heart at all, only his shoulder. And I just thought that was really beautiful how people of really strong moral character and conviction and just of pure heart, they don't let the darkness affect them as someone that is maybe more immune to it or more open to it would. And I just thought that was a really beautiful passage because, again, Tolkien keeps going back to how hobbits are just of such pure heart and character. And, they can have their little tiffs or whatever amongst each other. But when they need to step up to do a job, they step up and they do it wholeheartedly and to the very end, as we will see as we continue to read. So anyways, that was just a little bit that I wanted to share this week. I did want to mention also something that I enjoy doing that just kind of enhances a reading experience. I'll try to find I'll play like the Lord of the Rings soundtrack while I read. And it just it changes the experience because it just, I don't know, it elevates it. And I just think it's a really cool way to immerse yourself in the book. And, there's also YouTube scenes or YouTube scenes with music. Even if it's like a Celtic music in the background and a beautiful scene of a castle or something, just something that kind of draws on your imagination and just immerses you more into the book and the experience. Just wanted to recommend that because I love to do that and it really does enhance the reading experience overall. And I always want to encourage people to read. So I did want to mention I've been actively working on getting my third book published, and that I will be posting an update on all of that entails and all the details of that book in the future, hopefully in the near future. So there's just some cool, exciting new things I'm doing with this book that I've never done before. And so, yeah, other than that, I will continue to read The Fellowship and my other books, and I hope that you continue to do the same with whatever you're reading.